keep his eyes open, Tabitha.
Shh.
Timmy wants to go home, into bed, and pull up the covers.
What?
Timmy's afraid he'll dream about, you know.
Oh, Timmy! Timmy, you're alive!
Clifford swam by and saved Timmy just in time. Come on, Tabitha! Timmy's new dolphin friend will take us back to land.
No, that's not a dolphin! It's a shark! Timmy!
Tabitha, help! Save Timmy from the jaws of death! Please, Princess, can we?
The night is not over yet, lad. Look at Charity's room. The glow. It's the pendant. Oh, something evil is about to happen in the Bennett house, Timmy. The pendant planted the seeds of evil in Charity's subconscious, remember? And when Kay picked up the pendant, it compelled her to try and drive Charity insane again. But that's not the end of it. It gets better. Grace is going to be affected by the pendant too. Well, she has powers of ESP like Charity. Runs in the family, the Standish clan, although it's not that strong in Grace. But tonight, the pendant is going to make Grace have visions of the future. A future so grim and bleak it will terrify her.
No, Ethan is your child. Yours and mine. Ethan is our son.
Is it possible? Are you my son?
Look, Teresa, don't be upset. I didn't want to hurt Gwen. That's why I told her I don't have feelings for you. But I didn't mean what I said. I mean, of course I have feelings for you.
You do?
I'd be crazy not to.
I knew it. I knew you loved me.
Did you hear what I said, Ivy?
Let go of me.
My father is shunting me a son.
You are hurting.
Alistair is making Ethan his heir. He's leapfrogging our son over me to make him the head of Crane Industries. Do you know what it's like to covet one thing your entire life and to lose it, the one thing that kept me in this loveless marriage?
Take your damn hands off of me!
You tell me your secret.
If Julian sees the picture of Sam in the locket, he'll know Ivy's secret.
I know you've been hiding something from me. Now, what is it?
I don't know what you're talking about, but take your damn hands off
Stop
of
playing
me!
games with me! You're hanging on by your fingernails, just like I am. If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Breathe in,
I am not going to crash and burn by myself. You will tell me a secret. I will in turn pass it along to Father. He will then focus his anger on you, which will give me some time to get back into his good graces.
Oh, you have never been in Alistair's
See,
good
I have
graces.
kowtowed to that old man my entire life. I'm not going to let him kick me aside now, not without a fight. If I have to throw you to the wolves, I'll do it. No one's going to take away my birthright.
It's Ethan's birthright now.
Ah, you precious baby! Yes, Ethan's the only one you ever loved. The only reason you stayed in this marriage. You'd do anything, suffer anything to see him crowned king of the Crane dynasty. Oh my God, of course.
What?
Ethan. Your secret. It has to do with him, doesn't it?
praying?
Get out of here, Pilar.
I'm sorry, but this is...
Get the hell out of here now! Oh, you look frightened. Good, you should be.
It has nothing to do with Ethan.
And who is it? Oh, you tell me your secret. Or I swear to God, I'll rip it out of you.
I knew fate was on my side. You love me, and now we're gonna get married.
Teresa.
Gwen will be okay. I mean, she'll take it hard at first, but even she will see that we're meant to be together.
Teresa, I don't...
We're gonna have a wonderful life together. Ethan, I will make you so happy, I promise.
Look, Teresa, I can't walk away from my commitment to Gwen. I can't hurt her.
Well, then we'll both go to Gwen. We'll explain everything to her. She won't want you to marry her when she knows how much you love me.
Did you hear something?
No?
I'm warning you, Ivy. Don't play me for a fool.
Take your hands off of me.
Tell you something. Your halcyon days are numbered.
My parents are fighting.
Ethan, your parents...
I heard them, Pilar.
Teresa, this is the worst possible time for you to be here.
Don't you understand? I am not going to go! The precious son to the rescue!
What is this? What's going on?
Tell your son, Ivy. It's time to tell us both your secret.
He's mine. He loves me. He's always loved me.
Grace!
And Grace.
What's going on?
It's Mom.
And Grace is having premonitions.
What?
Don't worry, it's gonna be alright.
Why is Mom screaming?
She must have had a bad dream. Look, you guys stay out here, I'll take care of it, alright?
Hey, you heard my dad. My mom's having a bad dream, that's all. She's not having premonitions.
Jimmy's scared. What's happening to Grace?
Grace's little foray into the future was obviously terrifying. But why? You're going to find out exactly why Grace was screaming.
But how?
How else? The trellis.
No! Anything but that!
Start climbing, lad.
No!
Up you go. Go on, up you go. Little monkey.
No!
Grace, it's okay. You're just having a bad dream.
Sam,
I'm right here.
don't leave me for her.
Her? You know?
I told you not to come here tonight, Teresa.
I had to, Mama. I had to talk to Ethan.
Gwen didn't see you, did she?
No, I managed to hide until she left.
Thank God.
But I wasn't worried about Gwen finding me, Mama. It doesn't matter anymore.
Of course it does.
No, Mama. All that matters is Ethan is mine, and I will do whatever I have to do to make sure he stays mine.
You're talking nonsense, Teresa.
No, Mama, it's true. Nothing will keep me away from Ethan, no matter how high a wall Gwen and her mother built around him.
And they will. They will fight just as hard as you will, even harder.
But they can't fight what's meant to be.
Teresita?
Mama, when I was on the prom boat with Ethan, when I told him I loved him, I knew that there was no turning back.
And he feels the same? He's told you he loves you.
Well, not in so many words.
Well, either he has or he hasn't, Teresita.
Mama, he will. I know he will.
You are playing with fire. Teresita, love is powerful. Stealing Ethan from Gwen will only hurt your life. I mean, nothing good comes from love gotten from secrets and lies.
But, Mama...
Once people in love keep secrets, it always comes back to haunt them.
This isn't just about me, Mama. Something else is worrying you. What?
Cat got your tongue, pet.
Father, I want you to calm down.
What you want and what's going to happen are two entirely different things, believe me.
Look, Mother's been through a lot tonight. She almost drowned on the prom...
It's nothing compared to what she's going to go through if she doesn't tell me her secret.
Damn it, Father, I won't let you mistreat her now.
You! Forgive me. I lost it there for a moment. I let my temper get the better of me, but you see, I just had some news earlier. It was unsettling, to say the least.
What news?
Your grandfather just told me that he's naming you the heir to Crane Industries when he's gone.
Heir?
Yes. It seems I'm being put out to pasture, moo, in more ways than one.
But you're the next in line.
Yeah. According to the family tree, yes, but it appears I'm being bypassed, circumvented, circumnavigated, something.
Why?
Your grandfather's apparently upset about certain things that happened at the prom on the boat.
What kind of things?
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, of course it is,
The
Father.
point is, I wouldn't have been aboard that damn boat, except for your mother.
I'm not following any of this.
Well, that's because it's full of twists and turns, blind alleys, dark corners.
Father, you're not making any sense.
Well, perhaps you can make some sense of it, Ethan. Your mother has been behaving rather oddly for quite some time. She has something going on in her life, something she's concealing from us. Do you have any ideas what that might be? I think, what would drive her, compel her to go to that boat? Can't think? Then ask her. Then ask your mother for the truth. See if she'll tell you.
I saw it, Sam. I saw everything.
What did you see?
It was this woman in a hood. She was
Hood?
coming to take you away. To tear our family apart and destroy.
See anything?
Grace had a nightmare. A woman in a hood was taking Sam away from her.
I knew it. This is the beginning. The beginning of the destruction of Harmony and all its fine upstanding citizens, the Bennets, the Cranes, and the Russells. When Charity caused the storm that wrecked that boat, it was just the beginning of the onslaught. At long last, the devastation of Harmony. Destruction and devastation, what a lovely combination. Destruction and devastation, what a lovely combination. Destruction and devastation, what a lovely combination. Tonight, the Bennets' perfect marriage is going to turn to ashes, ashes, ashes.
My mom's in with my dad right now.
And Grace was the one who was screaming?
Yeah, she was just having a bad dream, that's all.
I hope you're right, Kay. I hope Aunt Grace wasn't having premonitions, because I know what they're like.
Well, she didn't, so you were wrong.
Okay. I'm sorry I worried you.
No, you didn't. I'm not worried at all.
So, you have premonitions, and your mom had premonitions, and now our mom has premonitions.
Jessica,
Did you hear what I just said?
You don't find it the least bit interesting that it runs in our family?
No, because it doesn't.
It has to be heredity. Probably on Mom's side of the family, which means you and I could start having him too.
We will not.
But what if we do? What if we start having premonitions or whatever, like Charity did about there being a disaster on the prom boat?
Jessica, you are really starting to get on my nerves.
Mom must have seen some pretty bizarre things for her to be screaming like that.
Would you just shut up?
Grace definitely had a premonition. The pendant made her ESP more powerful. She saw into the future, Tip-Tip. She saw the woman in the hood coming for Sam. And soon her nightmare will turn into a reality. Grace will lose Sam, and her whole family will be ripped apart.
Grace, I love you. Nothing and no one could ever come between us.
It just seems so real, Sam. I mean, I was in your arms just like this, and the woman came towards us, and then she swooped down in between us, and she just took you away from me.
Grace.
I felt so sad.
It was just a bad dream.
It seems so real.
Hey, try not to think of it now.
I'll try. Oh, Sam, there was something else.
What?
The woman had a young child with her. A little boy.
Go on, Ethan, ask her. Ask your mother why she was really on that boat tonight. Perhaps she'll tell you her secret.
I most certainly will not ask her.
Whoa, I sense someone seizing the moral high ground here.
Look, Mother has a right to her privacy just as much as anyone.
Ah, yes, the high ground is all staked out.
And I will not pry into her life. I'm not going to force her to confess something.
There is no secret.
There, you see, Father? Mother would never lie to me. She's never kept anything from me.
Do tell.
And for you to think that Mother was up to something improper on the boat, well, that's just plain low.
You're just plain naive when it comes to your mother. Ivy never does anything without an ulterior motive. She'd lie about what she had for breakfast if it was to her advantage.
That is not true.
Why did you really want to chaperone a bunch of local kids on that leaky old tub? Why did you really start socializing with a low-rent crowd, throwing dinner parties for the Russells and the Bennetts, buying up Grace's tacky handicrafts?
Julian, your paranoia is over the moon.
Fill me in, my love. Why this sudden connection to the local yokels?
You want to know why, Father? I'll tell you why. See, I've known the truth all along.
And Grace.
Are you okay?
All right. It's just a bad dream.
I warmed you up some milk. I'll go get it.
Okay, thanks, sweetheart.
We were all so worried about you, dear.
Tabitha, what are you doing here?
Well, I heard Grace scream, and I thought maybe I could be of some help.
I'm so sorry I frightened everybody. I feel silly. It was just a bad dream.
I told you it was just a dream. Here you go.
Thanks, sweetheart.
So what was the dream about, Mom?
There was this woman in a big cape. She came to get your father. You know what? It was just a lot of foolishness.
The woman in the hooded cape is Ivy. When I had my powers, I saw it. I saw Sam's future in my crystal ball. Sam Bennett is Ethan Crane's real father. And young Ethan will come between Grace and Sam.
Sam, what's this? Why is there a picture of Ethan on the computer?
She did it for me.
Did what?
Mother's involvement with the community, with the Bennetts, with the Russells. See, I knew all along she felt that if I wanted to get into politics, I would need local support. Isn't that true, Mother?
No. One can't have too many friends in politics.
Cranes don't need friends, only votes. If Ethan wants to run for something, we'll buy the election. No need for him to break bread with the chief of police and his mousy homespun spouse. No, there's another reason for your sudden interest in the community.
I would do anything for my son, Julian. You know that.
Our son.
Look, Father, I just want to make something clear. I did not ask Grandfather to bypass you. That's not what I wanted. It's not right.
There is no right with Alistair. There's only his will.
I will run Crane Industries one day, but only after you have been at the helm a long, long time. You know, we learn from those we follow.
Indeed.
And we build towards the future. And that's what being a Crane is all about. And being a Crane means everything to me.
Yes, you and I, Ethan. We'll stand together. The two of us will be a formidable force. Your grandfather couldn't even stand up to us, but he'll try. Now, he won't back down without a fight. I'll tell you how to soften him up. When you marry Gwen, take grandfather aside, chat him up. He'll be in a very good mood then.
And I marry Gwen.
Nothing's wrong. Is that the wedding plans are still locked in, right? I know Gwen was upset earlier, but everything's back on track now, right? Ethan.
What?
Your grandfather would be furious if the Crane-Hotchkiss union was somehow derailed.
Of course I'm going to marry Gwen.
Oh, glad to hear it.
Yes. Everything's fine. As soon as I...
What?
Oh. Nothing. I just have to do some things.
I'm sure it's just pre-wedding jitters on Gwen's part.
Yeah, sure. We'll get it figured out. You're a chip off the old block. You're my son, my heir. Blood of my blood.
Mama, it is not just me you're worried about. There's something else. Is it the fight downstairs? Is it the Cranes?
No.
Yes, it is. Why do they worry you, Mama?
I don't want to get into it, Teresita.
What is going on?
I said drop it.
Mama, if it has to do with Ethan, then I should...
Forget about Ethan. Forget about Ivy and Julian and their problems. Forget about all the Cranes.
But how can I forget about the Cranes when I am going to be one of them?
No, you're not. Because it would be a disaster.
Mama, you will see.
You should have never lied to Gwen about not having feelings for Ethan. You can't win a man by lying. It may take years for those lies to come back and haunt you, but they will, Teresa, and when they do, your whole world will come tumbling down.
Mama, you are so very wise about so many things, but not about this. My love for Ethan and his love for me, it's too pure.
I've seen it happen to other people, Teresa, and I don't want it to happen to my daughter.
It won't. I promise.
Teresa, things could happen in this house that could bring down the entire Crane family and hurt people you both care about.
What things? Are the Cranes fighting because of a lie from the past? Is there a secret in the family that could destroy their marriage?
Enough already.
Does the secret have to do with Ethan? If it does, you have to tell me.
You don't want to know, Teresa.
Tell me, Mama.
Please. I've said too much as it is.
Please.
Just stay away from Ethan. If you come between Gwen and him,
She'll come after you, and so will her mother.
But what could they do to me if Ethan is mine?
Gwen and her mother will hound you until the truth comes out. Rebecca Hotchkiss is even more relentless than her daughter.
I am not afraid.
You've kept secrets from Ethan. He doesn't know you've always loved him, that you've always been after him. What will happen if he finds out? Do you think he's just gonna laugh it off?
Yes. Why not?
Because he is a man. And men hate being lied to, especially a man like Ethan Crane.
But the past won't matter once Ethan realizes he's in love with me.
What if he never realizes?
I'm gonna go to him now. I'm gonna stay here and get him to say to me that he loves me.
This is not the time to talk to Ethan about love.
Why not?
Teresa, trust me. If you love Ethan, go home right now.
I am not leaving.
You're getting out of here right this minute. There's a bad feeling in this house. This whole family is coming apart. If you stay, you'll cause more pain. Go home.
I think you owe Mother an apology. Father, just tell her you're sorry for what you said.
If I went too far, I apologize. But you must admit I have reason to be suspicious. Your behavior these past few months has been out of character, to say the very least.
Well, I only did what I thought was helpful for my son. But I accept your apology, Julian.
Good. Now it's all settled. Mother, I think you should go to bed. You suffered a nasty hit on the head when that boat sank.
Well, really, darling, I'll be fine.
You know, I still blame Sam Bennett for what happened.
Ethan, that's ridiculous.
Mother, he's the chief of police. He should have checked out the boat and the weather conditions before he allowed anyone to board.
I agree with Ethan.
Thank God nobody was killed.
Well, you can't blame Sam. I mean, he did everything he could to save lives.
Well, I'll leave that up to the police review board to decide.
Wise decision, son.
You know, none of this would have happened. I mean, you two wouldn't have been fighting tonight if it hadn't have been for Sam Bennett.
How can you blame Sam for that?
Well, Grandfather heard about what happened on the boat and he took it out on Father.
Yes, absolutely right. Why should I be punished for Sam Bennett's dereliction of duty?
And Mother, I think Father has a good point. I don't think you should be so involved with the community. I mean, certainly not on my behalf.
Everything I have ever done has been for you, Ethan. But you're right, maybe I did take it too far this time. From now on, all I'm going to concentrate on is you, your wedding to Gwen. I'm so happy you're marrying the woman you love. And it's what your grandfather wants to.
I think I'll go on up. Good night, Mother. Go to bed soon.
I will.
I'll see you in the morning, Father.
Ah, yes. Bright and early, my boy.
Alone at last.
You do know my apology was just an act for Ethan's benefit.
You mean you weren't being sincere? I'm stunned.
You can drop your act now, Ivy. It's time for the truth. What is this secret you're so jealously guarding? I'm going to find out sooner or later, so why not just confess now?
I'm doing some research on Ethan. That's why his picture's up there on the screen.
Research.
Well, Ethan's on the police review board. You know that, Grace.
Well, yeah, but what's that got to
Well,
do?
he's been giving me a hard time lately because I told him the department can't afford extra security for Sheridan. And I want you to be fully prepared in case he rips me in front of the review board.
He'd do that?
That's terrible.
It's not for publication, all right? In fact, I want you to forget anything I said against Ethan.
I just think it's really
It's not
rotten
any
of
of your concern, guys. Okay?
Okay.
That's what you think.
I just can't get over how much Ethan looks like a Bennett.
Bingo!
I don't think he looks like a Bennett at all.
I see what Mom means. Yeah, he does. Around the eyes, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I agree with Kay. I don't see it.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Charity's up to something. I sense evil coming. Great evil that will have huge consequences for this family.
Teresa? Are you here?
Ethan? I guess you're not there.
I left the house because I know you're dealing with the family crisis over there. I wish I could be there to help you through it. I love you so much, Ethan. And I know you love me. I know you don't want to hurt Gwen. That you're all torn up about having to break off your engagement, but together, you and I will work it out with Gwen. All we have to do is tell her the truth. It'll be hard for her, but in time, she'll understand that love is everything. It's the only thing that matters. And when two people love each other as passionately and deeply as you and I do, nothing can stand in our way. We'll be together forever, Ethan. We'll have a wonderful life.
You know, you used to be at least amusing, Julian. But nowadays, you're simply a bore.
You're not answering my question.
I mean, that's what I mean. This relentless badgering, all in the guise of a quest for truth.
Is that too much to ask of one's wife?
I've been asking my husband for the truth for years.
I know you're up to something, and I intend to find out what it is, yes? I'll be watching you. If I find out it was you who engineered my falling out with Father...
You won't.
Pray that I don't, because if I do...
You'll what? Julian, what will you do?
You'll find out when the time comes, but I will have my revenge. Pilar,
Yes, Mr. Gray.
I believe your mistress requires the presence of her most trusted confidant.
I don't understand.
Go into Ivy, will you?
Excuse me. Mrs. Crane, are you all right?
No, Pilar, I'm not. Julian and Ethan are bonding. He has no idea that he's not his son, but he's more certain than ever that I am hiding some big secret.
But Mr. Crane has no idea what it is.
No, but he's hell-bent on finding out. And if he does, my whole world will be turned upside down. Ethan would lose everything. I can't let that happen, Pilar.
No, Mrs. Crane.
I've kept my secret for years. I guess I'll just have to keep it the rest of my life.
But you've already told Sam Bennett that Ethan is his son.
Yes. Yes, I did tell Sam. But the boat had gone down, and he and I were fighting for our lives. So it's possible that Sam thinks I didn't know what I was talking about, that I was delirious. Yes. Sam's probably forgotten all about it by now.
Well, I'll be off. Time for me to be under the covers, too.
Tabitha, you know that pendant you gave Charity? Well, I happened to pick it up, and ever since I've had this rash on my hand.
Oh. Ah, you must be allergic to the metal, dear.
Well, we'll never know. The pendant's missing.
Oh.
Ethan does look like a Bennett. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Night.
Good night, Mom.
You know, I agree with Mom. Ethan Crane does look like a Bennett.
It's getting late, honey. You should be getting to bed.
I'm really not that tired. Do you really want to find out everything you can about Ethan?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe I can help you. I mean, you know, nowadays there's nothing you can't find out on the internet.
What you learn about Ethan is going to change your whole life, Sam.
Sam, I thought I'd lost you. No. Don't take him from me.